Ripple XRP will hit $25,000 tonight, says Bitboy. Is it possible to relist XRP on Coinbase? What will such an event lead to? We will answer these questions in today's video. The current price of XRP for today is $0.35 and the trading volume for 24 hours is $136,000,000 We are updating our XRP price in US dollars in real time. XRP has dropped 30% in the last 24 hours. Welcome to the Rich Club channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end to like and subscribe. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, has not been definitive over the past few days. Last week, the RSI held a neutral value of 50 as support, but recently this level has not passed. Thus, there may be some volatile dynamics during the weekend. Similarly, the Awesome Oscillator, AO, was also below zero. He has not yet shown a strong bearish impulse. The A/D line had a resistance zone that was directly overhead and was indicated by two dotted white lines. If A/D can overcome this region, it will be a sign of sustained demand for the XRP rally. The Directional Movement Index, DMI, showed the absence of a strong trend. ADX, yellow, it was at level 20, ADI just above the 20 mark. Technically, this indicated a bearish trend, but in general meant the absence of a significant trend over the past few days. The $0.35-$0.36 range will be important to protect the bulls over the next day or two. The formation of a lower low below this area will signal bearish strength. Momentum indicators were inconclusive on the lower timeframes. Bitcoin could also strongly influence the direction of XRP in the near future. Forbes expert Rosalind Layton, PhD, already known to us, described the tactics of regulation by coercion of the Securities and Exchange Commission as manipulation through arbitrary decisions, as well as the absence of a process and rules. The journalist claims in a recent article that the increase in the number of settled SEC cases against cryptocurrencies indicates that the agency does not have clear rules. Indeed, about 90% of SEC cases are settled rather than completed in court. Such a high degree of enforcement and settlement suggests that the SEC's rules are unclear and may not exist, Layton said. She noted that a recent review article by the SEC chairman titled "The SEC Treats Cryptography the Same as the Rest of the Capital Markets" is unfounded, given the number of cases brought against crypto companies. So many lawsuits indicate that the SEC prefers regulation by coercion, a lawsuit against a financial entity aimed at obtaining a settlement, rather than regulation by the rules, she said. She further writes, the division has about 200 crypto lawsuits since its founding in 2017, with fraud being the subject of at least 80 investigations. The agency also reports on the restoration of monetary assistance in the amount of $2 billion. According to Layton, the Securities and Exchange Commission has sent hundreds of lawyers tasked with prosecuting companies for non-compliance with agency rules that still cannot be found on the SEC's website. However, Layton suggested that the agency could encourage some of these practicing lawyers to develop clearer cryptocurrency rules. Cryptocurrency figures have been begging Congress and the SEC for clear rules for years, but this has not happened. Gensler has been working for a year and a half. It's time to do it, Layton added. For Layton, although the SEC continues to assert that all cryptocurrencies except Bitcoin are securities, it is a fact that some crypto assets can be a currency. The issue of currency or security is at the heart of the SEC's dispute against Ripple Labs and the status of the XRP digital currency, Layton added. It is noteworthy that the top management of the SEC had been thinking for some time about whether XRP was a security before William Hinman made a controversial speech supporting ETH. Unfortunately, the SEC did not investigate and develop rules before accusing Ripple of violating U.S. securities regulations during the initial coin offering, ICO, in 2013. The SEC also accuses Ripple that Ripple should have known that XRP is a security since the registry debuted in 2013, although the SEC itself did not know about it until it filed a lawsuit in 2020, she said. The article provoked a number of reactions from members of the cryptocurrency community, including John Deaton, a lawyer representing more than 72,000 XRP holders in a class action lawsuit against the SEC. At Rosalind Layton's article. Note the note at the end. Gensler says crypto treated just like the market. 200 SEC lawsuits say otherwise. The giant of card and payment systems Mastercard has announced a partnership with the world's largest crypto exchange Binance to launch crypto payments in stores and online, while Mastercard's competitor Visa has also increased the number of its crypto payment cards. After concluding a deal with Binance, Mastercard is going to launch a payment card with support for 14 cryptocurrencies, including Tether, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Cardano, Solana, XRP, and others. The crypto card will allow users to pay for everyday purchases using the cryptocurrency that they have on their Binance accounts. The card converts cryptocurrencies into fiat currency at the point of sale and will be launched in Argentina for the first time ahead of a planned wider rollout that will support about 90 million online and offline stores. We can unlock the full potential of blockchain technology when we simplify access to it and simplify its use, Mastercard CEO Michael Mibach wrote in a LinkedIn post. One way to do this is to bring cryptocurrency into everyday purchases. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, in a tweet on Monday, denied accusations by crypto leaker CryptoLeaks that he funded a law firm specializing in cryptocurrency, run by Kyle Roche, to pursue competing crypto firms in lawsuits in order to divert the attention of regulators. I cannot comment on the validity of the many accusations cited here, but I can unequivocally say that I have never met or talked with Kyle Roche, much less invested in him, Garlinghouse writes in his tweet. Can't comment on the validity of the slew of allegations in here, but I can unequivocally say that I have never met or spoken to, much less invested in, Kyle Roche. It is worth noting that in a long blog post containing several short videos in which statements were recorded by Kyle Roche, the founding partner of Roche Friedman, CryptoLeaks claims that Ava Labs, the company behind the Avalanche network, hired Kyle Roche to file lawsuits against competing firms in order to distract the attention of financial regulators. It is noteworthy that CryptoLeaks accuses the head of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, of lighting the fuse by agreeing to the offer of Roche, at that time an employee of the firm hired by Ripple, to invest in a new law firm that will use the tactics described above. Ava Labs founder Emin Gun-Sire, in response to the accusations, called them a ridiculous conspiracy theory. Sire claims that the firm has never engaged in such illegal practices. The cryptocurrency community continues to criticize Gary Gensler and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, for their approach to regulating cryptocurrencies. Crypto investors believe that the SEC's regulatory tactics in the crypto space are unfriendly compared to other financial markets. Ryan Selkis, founder of Messari, criticized Gensler for focusing mainly on seizing SEC power over the entire crypto sector instead of prioritizing investor protection. According to Selkis, Gensler's negligent attitude to investor protection resulted in $7 billion in losses as a result of SEC fraud, due to its inability to approve a spot ETF at the expense of investors in Grayscale. Last year, $1 billion was lost due to cryptocurrency fraud. $7 billion was lost due to fraud by the SEC, which failed to approve a spot ETF at the expense of investors in Grayscale. Gary Gensler does not care about protecting investors, promoting capital accumulation, or ensuring equity in the markets. He cares about power. $1 billion was lost to crypto fraud last year. $7 billion has been lost to the SEC's fraud in failing to approve a spot ETF at the expense of Grayscale investors. Gary Gensler doesn't care about protecting investors, promoting capital formation, or making markets fair. He cares about power. Selkis' tweet provoked a reaction from lawyer John Deaton. He criticized the SEC for causing losses to XRP investors in the amount of $15 billion when the agency accused Ripple of allegedly offering unregistered securities in the United States. Attorney Deaton, who currently represents more than 72,000 XRP holders in a class action lawsuit against the SEC, said the agency deliberately decided not to limit its charges against the Silicon Valley company to specific sales. However, the Securities and Exchange Commission has marked all XRP sales, including on secondary markets, as unregistered securities. This prompted all American cryptocurrency exchanges, including Coinbase, to exclude XRP from the list of their trading platforms. Thus, XRP investors suffered losses in the amount of $15 billion. And $15 billion was lost because the SEC deliberately decided not to limit the charges against Ripple to specific sales made by Ripple and its executives, but instead stated that all XRP, including XRP sales on the secondary market, are unregistered securities. And $15 billion was lost because the SEC intentionally chose not limit the allegations against Ripple to specific sales made by Ripple and its executives, but instead alleged all XRP including secondary market sales of XRP are unregistered securities. Recently, the SEC and its head have been sharply criticized for threatening the existence of the cryptocurrency market in the United States. As the SEC seeks to gain full control over all crypto assets other than Bitcoin, stakeholders have called on the agency to provide regulatory clarity for the emerging market. However, the agency ignored the calls of many people, including Forbes expert Rosalind Layton, who accused the SEC of preferring regulation by coercion rather than regulation by the rules. Since 2017, the agency has filed more than 200 charges against crypto firms, including a lawsuit against Ripple. Currently, there is no guarantee that the SEC will work with industry stakeholders in the near future to develop clearer regulatory guidelines for cryptocurrencies. What do you think are the prospects for XRP in 2023? Write your forecasts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos, and do not forget about our contest. Write in the XRP comments to add 500 XRP to your account.